Everyone. We're started a report of Flotsam. It's a cute little scavenger sim builder survival uh, put out by Pajama Llama. Yeah, Pajama Llama. So I've played this a little bit, and I'm actually part of some of their testers when little updates to stuff and things. They let us know in advance, and they're like, "Hey, we're putting this out. To check it out for us and see if there's any broken parts that need to be fixed." Because, early access, they tend to have things constantly updating, improving, correcting, repairing, um, restructuring so that things work properly. Now, I will say in the recent months, even with COVID scares and all the must keep social distancing and all this stuff, they've been really, really on the ball with updates, improvements to the game, keeping up with their timeline that they've posted for future progress, and even keeping in contact with us players when we post questions or chant and all this other fun stuff that we do. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start a new game, and when I get into the game, I'm gonna pause so that I can explain a little bit about this. Try to, help people that haven't played it understand a little bit. I love the graphic style of this game, and I actually asked Judah about it if it had a name, and he's like, no, not really. So, have a name. So, let's see. Let's pick a name for our town. Oh, Wetbury. We're in the ocean? Perfect. Here we go. Now, pausing like that. If you look over here on the left, you'll see there's all these cute little information things that have a book by them. Well, that's telling you that there's information for you to look at. There's survival guide up here in the top corner, and this book is amazing. It has so much information in an easy to follow format and understand. If you look here on the resource, this is the first thing it opened for us. It says wood and plastic build, food and water are to be consumed, firewood and fuel have special uses. And over here, it tells you where you'll find this stuff. Wet wood, you see the water around it, wet wood and plastic float in the ocean. We no longer have a sail, but metal, and they'll probably update that for books. They're still working on updating the guide, catch up with some of the newer release stuff. So they need to change the sail. But they're telling you that you can find it on landmarks, and then things like rope and screws and other such will have to be crafted in buildings that you'll build yourself. Some have to be researched before they can be built. Then we go to buoy markers. If you see a person swimming, that's a swim marker. That means that your drifters can swim from your ship out to that marker and pick things up for you. Keep in mind, drifters can only carry 5 items. This is a boat marker. That means you're sending a boat out there for whatever reason. And if you look right here, you can fish. If there's a fish marker, that means a fishing boat will go out there and pick it up. They haven't added that one yet. So we'll go to landmarks because it's lit up. Click landmarks. It tells us that there's different things we can do on the landmarks. We can salvage resources. We can scavenge resources. And we can rescue people or gulls, seagulls that have their own land that we can collect from. This shows the map and how it's used. These little icons, not as this page is not as updated as some of the other pages are. The little islands actually have the buildings on them in the map, so you can see what they are. This is the boat. here on the map, right? That's our boat. It doesn't show any of your building on but if you get too close to a building, to a landmark, and you see a circle, then your boat can't get that close because of its size. These are obviously the landmarks, and then this is the various flotsam fish and other things that are in that area. And the fish is actually an animated. It jumps up out of the water and jumps back in. Town movement, have an engine now, have a mast and a sail when the game was first released, but they decided the engine was efficient. So, when you start off, your engine is broken, so you have to tell one of your guys to repair it. Now, this is what I find fun. You make oil to use for fuel in your engine. Yeah, oil, not gas, oil. You click on the map, moves your boat. That's where the red circle comes in. Tells you, hey, you can't go here. Or if you keep an eye on, there's a little marker here. It'll show you how much fuel you use to move. And if there's not enough fuel, it won't let you move. And then the seagulls recently got an update. So now there's a birdhouse for seagulls. And you have to research that. And I think they made that, they just changed how they did that. The birdhouse has a dial. Green, the birds will collect resources for you from the water, so plastic and wood. And they'll put it in the bottom of their little nest, and they'll collect 50 or 55 items. And then your drifters have to move those to other storages so they can continue. If the little needle in this purple blue square right here, then your birds are sleeping. They won't do any collections if they're in this little area. When you click on the birdhouse, this is your buy your birdhouse. This is what you want your birds to collect, wood or plastic or both. This is your little timer. This is your feeding gulls. Now, it won't actually put food in here until there's a seagull, and you have to process the fish food. So, whereas it's really nice when you get a birdhouse set up, not something you can do off the cuff. It takes a little bit of time, and it is 50 items. Right? Shows you kind of store. So you can turn food off and on if you want to get rid of your seagulls. You turn it off. You let them get hungry. They'll fly away. They will fly away. They do not like being hungry. So what we're going to do is click on our boat here. Tell them to repair the engine. And we're going to, now, if you look here, everything's lit up and colorful. Different colors mean different things, is obviously. Green is resources of whatever various types. Yellow is food for your drifters. Orange is firewood. This kind of cyan color is fuel. And this blue-purple is books. So this is now your research material. You used to get points for going to the various landmarks, but now you get books from the different landmarks in different quantities. So, what I'm going to do, I don't want going in the. I don't want bird shower. I don't want firewood going in there. But the rest of this early game don't have much because I don't have any but. So that's gonna. Now, if we look over here, see we've got plastic, but we're over here. What I'm gonna do is unpause, let my drifter, wearing his nice little heart boxers, gonna fix our engine for us. It'll stop being on fire any. You can see that island in the back there, various flotsam floating around, and things. What we're gonna do, at the top right corner, and we're gonna move our boat to the center of this collection. We want to collect that stuff. Now we're in the middle of it. Now we're going to need plastic. Swim buoy. Right here. Don't want to... Plastic. I want the plastic. So, click anywhere on the map and you'll get rid of these little windows. So, if we look at our build menu, everything's grayed out. I don't have any reason. But this is a plastic walkway. This is a dried wood walk. Oh, we need this 3 people. We only have 1. Because currently, we don't have anything for them to do. Might as well collect stuff. So this is a small storage. It'll only hold 20 items. For the beginning, that's what we have to choose. Then we have medium storage, but we need dried wood and soap, craft. These are beds, and this is that might take a minute. What I'm gonna do, build a I'm gonna take right along. But what I'm gonna do is I want to make it so we can turn off plastic. I want to put in plastic, and we're probably gonna wet wood because we're gonna put wet wood in. Look at the reason there, and they hammer it and build it. It's cute, little anime. Oh, look, this guy is. Oh, he doesn't have anywhere to put plastic. So until this gets built, he can't do anything. Over here in the bottom right, all of our drifters. Okay, we have Sammy Flot. He is Speedy Gonzalez. He's really fast. They haven't given us the option to turn off food types yet. Stuck with them. If they're moving stuff around, it shows in here. And then it tells you what they're doing building. Allie Deep is slow. So they're a slow person. And then Seymour is also fast. Nice. Wish I could have got one of those ones that doesn't need much sleep. Looks like this one will be first. Off and make it plastic. I'm gonna do this one as well. And this. That one plastic. This one wood. That's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna start making. And I'm gonna take that little bit of wood. Wait for more. Now, I'm doing all this in plastic. What I will end up doing here is taking it apart and making this drying rack will dry 6 items of it. This one will, but this takes dry wood and rope, and I don't have that yet. This is telling us that how to do thing and drifters water, which we have currently. I'm probably gonna want to build a, but for now, this is what gets me. These storages have rope on them, but I don't need rope to build them. I don't get it. I don't question it. I use it. Now, click on this it tells you how much resource. So I have, well, 50 currently available. Was 6. Up. Build a couple more. I'll give us wood. You'll notice building. Finally fixed walkways don't clip. That was a problem for right there. Can you build that? I want to be able to put dry wood. It's gonna be a lot of walking because dry wood's carried to be processed. But once I get some dry wood, I can start making pathways permanent because this pathway cost me 8 per link. But if I do a wooden pathway, it only costs me 4 per link. Good. But on some of these islands, get lucky. But here, there's wood here. Wood, metal, wood. Send someone out there. Good. And I might. Yeah, because you can get metal. Oh. I've been just perfect. Now, I would plastic, wood, and first woodworking versus wood, rope, and firewood. Not like rope and currently rope and this one just oil from. Then we need to make a water distiller. Water's not forever, but I'm not super rushed because water tank. And our tank only can start. Food, we have a chop shop. And we have dried fish. Have those. Don't want dry wood. That's probably. Swimmer. Oh, there. So we're going to put a temporary building right there. This guy. Rope. But we want to. We need one. And then we can make that. One per wood side. Charge it. Marker. Don't like that, or you don't want to do it anymore. Change how many people go over there. This makes it a swimmer's buoy. This makes it a fishing boat buoy, or a salvage boat. And this pulls up a list of all your markers. This goes your general inventory for your whole boat, all your storages. This is your total storage ability with all the full storage things, art and everything. I can hold 108. So I'm okay for now. This shows production limits. Want that 48. So if I put one of these buildings, I make it once there's 40 firewood and stop, won't build anymore. Or once it's got 8 rope, it'll stop. So it doesn't versus if it doesn't meets the max requirement. You'll notice this is research, but it's grayed out. We need a which requires rope. He's building our. Now, houses are nice. Cuts off 5 seconds of their sleep cycle. Yay, but it's not necessary right off the bat because they'll sleep anywhere. Sidewalks, boat, station, they'll sleep. Alright, so what I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna make a full set of rope, so 7. So we'll do rope 7. Low poke. Poke. Low poke. There. Boat name. What he's gonna do, he's gonna take as off of it. So my buoy here got all the plastic. All our plastic from not being used. Thing though is, when we tear this stuff down, we get our plastic. So that's what I'll use later for fuel. I replace all the wooden parts. Waiting on Sleepyhead. There he is. Amy. My other fast. Gatherings. Might do. Spent 30 minutes explaining all this. I'm pause and stop my recording. Speed up this selection. Boat ramp. This build. And that's gonna need metal. Boat first, so metal gonna be a whole thing. But I'll see you tomorrow.